welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tammy, and today I am going to be talking about our little house kitchen and doing a few things over here. I have been trying to give the little house area a different look. It was very vintage farmhouse, and I just want to make it look a little more primitive colonial. And since this is kind of my husband's main hangout, he likes to hang out over here. Actually, we both do. But I've been trying to give it a little more of a masculine look, or the best way I could think to do that was to go a little bit more tavern-like. So that's what I've been trying to do in this space. And so today I am going to be doing some things here in the little house kitchen. And I also wanted to talk to you more about the kitchen in here and why we have it. I get a lot of questions why we have two kitchens. So I am also going to be addressing that in this video. But to start off, since I have my shelves all cleaned out here, I am going to give them a good once over and a little scrubbing and just do a little cleanup in here, and then we will get to styling the shelves. I'm going to be using some borax cleaner today. I know borax has been around for many years, but I, for some reason, have never tried it. And my shelves over here beside the stove and the back of my stove gets so greasy and dirty from cooking that I have been looking for something else to really make the cleaning job just a little bit easier. I'm going to label the bottle so that I or anyone else that picks it up will know what's in it. I'm just going to follow the instructions on how to mix it. I used a paper disposable bowl to mix the borax with water and just let it dissolve in there, so then I could just pour it into the bottle, and then I finished filling the bottle up with warm water. for the problem area. This is the side that tends to get grease on it, and everything that I try to clean it off with, it is just sticky and gummy, and so I thought I would try this and see how well it works. I must say this is working great. The grease is coming off and leaving no residue, which is usually the problem. So I am very pleased with how it is working. I'm going to use what looks like a big electric toothbrush to scrub on the back of this stove. This center part where the brand name is just absolutely impossible to clean. And it's like the coating that's, on the rest of the stove that makes it slick and easy to clean. It's like this area didn't get that, and it's very porous. And every time it gets anything on it, it just seeps into the metal and just does not want to come off. Although not perfect, it does look 10 times better. Okay, now we can get back to decorating and styling these plate rack shelves. And I am going to be adding some pewter dishes that I was able to get from eBay. That's all my pewter that I have for now, and I've been wanting to collect some bowls just the right size to go here on the bottom shelf. And so I stopped in the antique store yesterday, and just so happened they had just gotten a bowl in, and so I had to get it. And it's a huge bowl, really too big for this shelf, so I switched it out with one of my smaller bowls that I had on my primitive hutch, and the smaller bowl works just perfect in here on this bottom shelf. I think the blue bowl that I got from someone on Facebook the other day looks better on the outside of the stack. I'm gonna fill in the other end with my wooden mashers, and they're just tall enough that it will kind of help disguise the electric outlet that's on the back of the wall. I like having my pink salt and baking soda handy, so I'm just going to sit it right back down here on the end of the shelf. Well, I hope you liked my plate rack styling. It wasn't a lot of pewter, but it is enough to get me started and fill these shelves up so they're not so empty. And the ironstone is going to be making a new home for itself in the dining room. I'm not sure exactly what I will do with the ironstone in the dining room, but I will be finding a place for it somewhere. So anyway, now I want to address some of the questions about why we have two kitchens. The plan kind of all started when we wanted to get moved out on our land, and we didn't want to have to wait until we got the home that we truly wanted built to be able to move out here. So we looked at some different options of either building like a shop house that we would live in until we got a house built and then turn it into a shop and you know, take the kitchen out, take the walls down, things like that, and actually turn it into a shop after we were done living in it and we got the bigger house built. But I don't know why, I just had this idea of building a tiny house, which this house probably isn't a true tiny house, but it is very small. It's only 480 square feet on this side, the living, kitchenette, bedroom, bathroom, and little pantry here. We just decided that we would go ahead and build small and live in this house until we could get a larger house built. And at that time, we hadn't even planned to have it connected, but that kind of evolved by the fact that I wanted to build an old house, or a new house that looked old anyway. And so I have another video about that. I can link that video in the description box if you would like to go and watch it. So maybe I don't make this too long, but long story short, it just kind of evolved over our planning where we just decided we wanted to connect the two. And so we did that through a mudroom, laundry room combination, and the exterior that way took on the look of how a lot of houses looked as they evolved over time back a long time ago. And so that is what we decided to just try to emulate. And we did talk about, once we added on, that maybe we should take the kitchenette in here out and just have this a larger room that we would use for whatever. We decided that we would just keep the kitchenette, and that way we could have this for, in case we ever needed like a guest suite, you know, an area where guests that may want to stay a little longer would have their privacy. We actually just really still use this space in here a lot. My husband and I, this is kind of our space where we hang out in the evenings, or even on the weekends. We'll sit in here a lot and watch TV, and he likes to cook out on the grill, and this little kitchenette has just been, it's just perfect for that, because he can come in here and do his thing and get his meats all prepared and just take them right out the back and put them on the smoker. And I get to keep my kitchen in the other part of the house all nice and tidy and clean on those evenings. Of course, I still have to clean this one too, but I don't know, it just works out. I just really like having the little kitchenette. So that's why we have it, and that's why we decided to keep it. I hope that makes sense to everyone. If you have any more questions about it, maybe if I haven't answered them all, just leave me a message below and I will try to answer your questions about it as well as I can. But anyway, thank you for joining me again today as I continue to decorate our new old house and just turn it into a space that we love. And I just appreciate you all being here. And if you liked the video, just be sure and give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.